the grandson the right thought. So I know y'all don't want the new wine. And by new wine, I mean new relationship, new house, new car, new finances, new friends, new environment. New, period. We all want the new. All of us want it. But how many of us are new wineskins? See, because if you're not a new wineskin, when the new is poured into you, then you'll burst. And you'll waste the wine and the wineskin. Both of y'all will be wasted. So let's get some more insight into what I'm saying. If you want to be rich, and you're not prepared for the responsibilities of being a rich man, then when the new wine or the new riches are poured into you, then those riches will cause you to burst and you'll lose your riches and you'll lose yourself. You see? Same thing with a relationship. If you begin a new relationship, see the new wine, but you haven't become a new wineskin that can receive the new wine, then the relationship will burst. You'll lose the relationship and you'll lose yourself in that relationship as well. You see? Anything that's new that comes into your life, you have to shift with it, or else it's not new. You can't receive new if you haven't become a new wineskin, if you haven't become new yourself. See, that's what I mean about especially relationships. A lot of people want relationships. They want the new relationship. They pray for it. They beg for it. But have they become the new wineskin that can receive the new relationship? That's the question. See? That's when shit get real. Have you become the new wineskin today? Or are you able to receive the new that Abba has for you? The thing that you keep asking for. You keep begging for. Can you receive it? What y'all think Abba is? He's going to be mocked? Abba's not mocked. When you ask for something, he asks you, can you receive it? Remember James and John, their mother came and they said, Yahusha, let one sit on your right hand and one on your left hand. He says, in other words, can you receive it? Can y'all drink at a cup I'm drinking of? You see? So you want to sit where I'm going to sit, but can you drink of this cup that I have to drink of? See, can you become the wineskin necessary to sit in that position? That's what y'all need to be asking yourself, not for the new things, for the new relationship, for the new lover, for the new job, for the new house, for the new situation, for the new circumstances. See, you're asking amiss. You have not because you asked not. And when you do ask, you ask amiss. You see? Instead of praying to become the new wineskin. So if you want the new relationship, what should you pray for? The things that are necessary to have a new relationship. So before you seek for someone who's trustworthy, are you? Are you trustworthy today? Don't just say yeah, but really look at yourself and see, are you really a trustworthy person? Before you beg God for somebody who's committed, are you? Or are you a quitter? When you ask the Most High for somebody mature, are you? Or are you immature? See, in order to get the speck out of your brother's eye, you got to get the big ass beam that's in your eye out first. Then you can see clear enough to get the little speck out of his eye. See, it's never about anything other than you. It's about you becoming the clean wineskin, the new wineskin, so you can receive all of the new things, the new life. We've all read it. You have to die and be born again. You see? You have to die to the old way and become a new man or a new woman or a new creation. You see? And all it really is for you is coming into your truth. Because when you come into your truth, those things that are true for you will come. Now, other people may not be on that level that you're at. When you start telling them who they are in your life, because you've already been waiting, you've been prepared for your blessings. So when they come, it's not a shock to you. It's only a shock to other people that didn't know. You see? When that great success you've been looking for comes in your life, when you've been prepared for it, and then it comes, the new wine is poured in, then of course, people are going to look and marvel and say, what the hell? When did that happen for this person? They didn't know all of the days. You see that you were being purified into fine gold to receive the blessing. You see? Not wasting your talents, not going out and just wasting it and having nothing to show for your talents, but cultivating them, growing in them so that you can bear fruit with your talents that you have. You see, you have the right friends around you because you're being your true self. You have your true friends. See, you're being your true self. Now you'll have your true people that are supposed to be around you, your true relationship, your true blessings, your true wealth, your true, all of those things. You see? So the question today is whether we're becoming new wineskins, y'all. Not complaining about the wine we getting, not complaining about the wine that's being served up. Shit. Instead of just coming the new wineskin and receiving the new wine, y'all want to complain about all the old wine that's all bad out there. This wine sucks. All that wine sucks. And by wine, I mean doctrines, teachings, understandings, ways of thinking, all that shit. All that shit has been murked up out here. It's all been found to be faulty. All the religions, the rudiments, all the outward show of righteousness, it was all bullshit. Because like I told you, I don't give a damn about what you look on the outside. I care about what's that heart looking like. What is your heart looking like today? Because that determines what everything is going to be in your life. Where your heart is. See? Where your heart is, there is your treasure also. You see that? And vice versa. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So are you stacking up treasures here on earth or stacking them up in treasures up in heaven? And how do you do that? Some of y'all might be asking, well, how do I stack up treasures in heaven? By keeping the commandments. That's simple. Loving God with all your heart, your mind, your soul. Love your neighbor as yourself. God's name is I am. So when you love God, you're loving I am. Now, when you're saying hateful words of I am, then you're using the Lord's name in vain. And you're not keeping the Most High's commandment to love him. You see? And then so you can't love your neighbor as yourself because you're not loving yourself who is I am. That's all it is, y'all. So do you see how you can't love your neighbor if you're not loving yourself? So it's about you becoming the new wineskin, not about your neighbor. Not about the circumstances. Not about the money. Not about none of that shit. Reputation. Clout. Not any of that. Not any of that. It's whether or not you're prepared for the things that are coming. See, because the Most High going to give you what you're prepared to receive. Not when you think it's time for you to receive it. I've told you all this before. It's not about the how and the wind for you. That's not your job. That is not your jurisdiction. You're out of bounds when you try to control that. When something will happen and how it will happen. You're out of bounds there. You're out of bounds. We make known to Abba what we want and what we desire by our feelings, by our state of being. So if your state of being is faulty, negative, bad, whatever words you want to call it, your state of being is negative and that negative energy, then those things around you have no choice to be negative. It has no choice because you're the source of the negativity, not someone else. You're looking around, wonder why everything bad happening to you. And it's because you're becoming the source of it by telling people how to treat you. You wake up in the morning, I'm pissed off. I ain't got time for this shit. Man, niggas irritating me. God damn, man, get on my goddamn nerves. You walk outside and everybody getting on your nerves. You're wondering why. You're telling them to. Your dirty ass wineskin. That's why every time some new wine get poured into you, it bursts. Some new money get poured in, it bursts. You lose it and you lose yourself. New relationship gets poured in, you burst. You lose yourself, you lose them. New job come in, you burst. You can't keep the job, you lose yourself. Because you're not shifting to receive. You're just asking. You're not receiving. You see that? Y'all didn't know that receiving was an action too. See? Y'all just ask and you beg God and you sit around and wait for God to do something without changing, without becoming the new wineskin. And that's just not the way it works, y'all. That's just not the way it works. You have to become new. So if you're a cranky ass, bitter ass, mean ass person, and you're talking about why am I alone? It's probably because you're bitter, cranky, mean as fuck. You see that? It's not because other people are that. It's because you are. Because when you become pleasant, then people want to be around you. When you're putting off the right vibrations, then people want to be around you. They want to listen to you. They want to be around that positive light. You see? So today, let us not worry about anybody else. Let us not point our fingers at any circumstance outside of ourselves today. Shit, because all we're doing is blocking our own blessings, y'all. You're blocking your own blessings. Then you're mad because you ain't being blessed. Because you ain't got the keys. You don't have the know-how. You lack understanding and you lack knowledge. Therefore, you're lacking wisdom. You don't have any of that stuff. Because as we know, it says the fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. See, the beginning of knowledge. That's the beginning of it. It's fearing the Most High. When people say fear, they think that means standing there with your knees knocking together, biting your fingernails off, scared as hell. No. That's not what that means. That's not what that means. It means to have reverence. It means to greatly respect. To have great reverence for God. Obedience. Humility. You see that? That's fear. Keeping his commandments is how we show that we fear him, how we show we reverence him. You see? Not fear, I'm shaking, scared to come up and talk to God because God's going to kill me. No. Reverence. Obedience. Keeping his commands. Doing what he says do. Because your own earthly father, isn't that how you show that you love your dad? It's by when he instructs you to do it, you do it. And you do it well. To please your father. You see? And as you go through life, as you get older and you mature, he adds on more responsibilities on you. See, when you were 10, he didn't just say, yeah, son, go ahead and hop in the car and go run to the grocery store and get the things your mom asked you for. He didn't do that. You weren't ready. You weren't of age. But when you were 17 years old, yeah, son, go ahead, run to the store. Grab the things your mom asked you for. Then you come back, you do it. He sees you do it. He give you more responsibility. Well, shit, you did that, son. Well, how about you do this? Then you can say, hey, I want to go out on the weekend. You mind if I use the car? Well, you've been using it and being responsible. Why not? That's how it goes, guys. It grows with you as you grow and become a new wineskin. But y'all want to rush every goddamn thing that you do. You want to rush into relationships. You want to rush into circumstances. You want to rush into shit because you think it feel good in that moment. Not realizing you ain't even a wineskin prepared for that thing. And then you're stressing. The whole time you got it, you're stressing, you're heartache, you're in pain. Holding your head, wondering, what the fuck? I thought this was good for me. No, it's good for the new wineskin. Not the old wineskin. That thing gonna burst. You! So the same goes with these teachings that you're getting. You see, many people can't hear these teachings because they're too far ahead of where the consciousness of the collective is at. You see, many are going to fall on the wayside. They're not going to find this path. And it's because they have not become new wineskins. Their hearts are not prepared to hear the words that are coming out today. Their hearts have not been made ready, so they're not a wineskin prepared. So when I pour this new wine in there, it bursts. It could be the simplest thing of hearing the name Yahusha. You could be, I don't know that name. I only know Jesus Christ. Wineskin about getting ready to burst, y'all. See, he can't get the new name. He can't get the new wine in there. Because it's old ass, bitter ass, dry ass wineskin. See? So when that swelling comes with the new info, he gonna burst. Same thing your brain gonna do when I put that new wine in there. It's gonna burst because you ain't been ready. Your heart ain't been prepared. It's too hard-hearted, too stiff-necked, too rebellious to do any soul searching. Because that's where we at with it. And that's why people don't like when I start talking about this shit, if they ain't mature. See, because if you're mature and you're walking in your spiritual journey, you'll love everything I'm saying because you'll know what I'm saying is the truth. You see? But if you're still living in lies, still living in doubts and fears and shit, you ain't gonna see any of this because your old ass wineskin. See, you got cracks all running through you. So you put this new wine in there, you're gonna pop. Y'all see that? So I encourage all of you to become new wineskins today. You say you want a new relationship, sister, brother? Then prepare yourself for it. See? Be truthful. Be honest. Have integrity. Be a person of your word. So that way, when a good person comes into your life, you can maintain the relationship without bursting. You see? You'll be able to withstand it. The stretching of the new wine, the expansion of it when it's poured in, you'll be able to withstand it and stretch with it. You see that? So that's all I wanted to say. I took a little break to recharge, took a couple days off, but now we back at it. So Silo Wan Misrela.